Marvel is finally launching Phase 4 of the MCU, DC TV got some big cast additions, and Spider-Cat stole our hearts. What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here with your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com, and I've put down both my Xbox Series X and my PS5 long enough to talk to you about what's been happening in the news this week. I know, a little bit of a flex, but whatever. Let's get to the good news. Yay! First of all, WandaVision finally has a release date. Marvel lied to us all when they said it was coming in 2020, that's for sure, but it's coming on January 15th, so that wait isn't too much longer than we thought it was going to be. This is the first title in the MCU's Phase 4, and I'm pretty sure the date is going to stick. They're done filming, Disney Plus needs programming. Finally, something nice.
Sounds good to me.
Other Marvel shows on Disney Plus had some developments this week. You can find those at Comicbook.com/Marvel, but I want to highlight one of them. According to my friends at Discussing Film, Moon Knight is going to film in Budapest. Black Widow also films there, but something tells me they will remember Budapest very differently. Yeah.
I understood that reference.
It also got Watchmen and Game of Thrones cinematographer Gregory Middleton on board, so this show is probably going to look gorgeous. One more thing on the MCU front, Chris Pratt is officially a part of Thor: Love and Thunder. This is awesome, more characters, more crossover in the MCU. It leaves us only to wonder which other Guardians of the Galaxy Taika Waititi will be getting his hands on, because so far we know Star-Lord and Groot are a part of the movie. Back when we were able to travel and do fun things in person, Vin Diesel kind of slipped up and told me this in February.
Thor will also, the director talked to me about how Thor will incorporate some of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which would be very interesting. Nobody knows, but maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
On the DC live action front, James Gunn's Peacemaker filled out its cast nicely. Danielle Brooks is playing a character named Leota, and Robert Patrick is playing Augie Smith. Neither of these characters seem to be based on DC Comics characters, so Gunn might just be having some fun creating new stories. Jennifer Holland and Steve Agee are also in their roles from the Suicide Squad for the Peacemaker series, so that's cool too. The big one, Chris Conrad, he joined the series as Vigilante, and I think this is kind of funny because once upon a time, we all thought Idris Elba was playing Vigilante in the Suicide Squad, only to find ourselves Googling who is Bloodsport. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X both dropped this week. The next gen is here. Both consoles are dope, but only one has idiots blowing smoke into its vent for Twitter clout. I mean, it's 2020, so the fact that Xbox has to tweet and tell people not to blow their vapes into their Series X shouldn't surprise us, given the fact that people are still vaping in the first place.
Does this mean we're out of the vaping business, fellas?
Miles Morales is shaping up to be awesome. I haven't finished the game yet, but it has only built on the success of that first Spider-Man game, which we already know was awesome. Plus, Spider-Cat is literally the best thing to happen in 2020 since that one guy won that really important election. And Hot Toys literally has a 1/6 scale figure of the game's Miles, and it comes with Spider-Cat. I would definitely be buying one if I didn't just spend all of my money on the next-gen consoles. Johnny Depp was replaced on the third Fantastic Beasts movie, with Mads Mikkelsen taking over the role of Grindelwald. Meanwhile, Depp fans are calling for Amber Heard to get replaced on Aquaman 2, and a petition literally got more than 1 million signatures, seeing as Depp's resignation in Fantastic Beasts is rooted in his disputes with Amber Heard. I'm not touching that. It also looks like Colin Farrell is also going to end up recast for Beasts because his duties on the Batman aren't going to be finished in time to shoot the Harry Potter spinoff, but let's be honest, we're more concerned about the Penguin anyway. Do you even know Colin Farrell's character's name in Fantastic Beasts? Be honest.
No.
A new report from Bleeding Cool, and they're usually on top of this stuff, claims DC Comics are going to start going the way of recent DC movies and simply existing kind of in their own continuities, possibly loosely connected to each other's stories, as a means to allow potential new readers to jump in without being discouraged due to a lack of knowledge from what happened to characters in books published that could have been before they were even born. I'm a bit of a continuity snob, I admit that, but I do think this could be a good idea. I mean, the relaunch, like New 52, wasn't a huge bookseller, but DC has great characters and especially some of the best villains in all of comics. So if this encourages people to pick up new books and join our community, I have no problem with it. And before we go, this week's Mandalorian Chapter 10 review from the Momdalorian.
Perseverance.
Perseverance, is that even a review? Also, I asked for a horizontal video. Come on, Ma. I know you're watching. We're trying to go full screen. That's your second printing of the week's biggest issues at Comicbook.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you want to talk more, hit me up on Instagram at Brandon Davis BD. Don't follow Chris Killian, and head over to Comicbook.com for more updates. I'm BD. I'll see you there.